This shit feel like ain't settled. Put lines on through my ashes. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings. Feel like heaven. This shit feel like ain't settled.
Welcome to the Money Down on the Believe Network, presented by FanDuel. Back again with another live episode. Got Warren, got his shades on, man. We are not going to talk about the Rams right away because he back on his high horse after they got a big in-division win. I think the first thing we got to talk about is the Philadelphia Eagles, man. This last night, they fall again to the LA Chargers. Pretty ugly performance by their offense once again. Gutty performance by the Chargers to, beat a pretty good football team who has a ton of talent but hasn't been playing to their full potential over the last several weeks. But they lost, like 3 or 4 straight or something like that?
Like that.
I want to say it's either 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's been something like that.
It might be 3.
It might be 3.
They're not playing good ball. To me, I think it's bad timing for them. I mean, at these final couple weeks of the year to be not playing your best ball, I think that's always hard. I think you're just gonna flip a switch come playoff time. So I don't know what's y'all thoughts from that game last night.
Dude, I think it really tells you something, right? Because we've also been seeing a defense that's been highly touted coming off of last season, not performing, up to standard that, they're normally playing. Teams are running the ball on them really well, especially, you watched the Bears last week, right? I'm pretty sure they both, Monangai and Swift ran for 100 apiece, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then this week, right? I mean, not Ollie Gordon, but I'm tripping. Omarion Hampton had a really good game. Vidal had a good game, being able to get the ball upfield on the ground. And that's something that you're not used to seeing, especially with, the guys that they have on that front seven. So truth be told, man, I think it's something in the locker room that's affecting the whole team. Like it's got to be, and then you look at the offensive side of the ball, bro, they don't have an identity. Last year, they had an identity, right? Obviously, A.J. Brown, way more involved, last year. Saquon, carrying the load in the backfield. But right now, I don't think they have an identity. You're not running the rock as well as you normally do. A.J. Brown's not super involved. He's upset about it and it's visible. Jalen Hurts ain't playing well. Had 3 picks last game or 2 in a possible or something like that. He had 4 picks, 3 in a possible. He's not playing his best ball, so it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good for the rest of the season. Like you really have to have a conversation in that locker room and amongst the staff and the players to figure out what it is, but it don't look good.
I think the conversation thing is they far past that, right? I'm sure they've had conversations already. I mean, you've heard the rumors about Saquon pulling Jalen and AJ to the side and just trying to have them sit down and talk and figure it out. But it's super concerning because, and I've been one of the people that's been saying, like, I feel like Philly is a team that can flip the switch come playoff time. But the offense looks so bland. And I know it's a lot going on, right? We can sit here and we can point fingers at Jalen, AJ, the OC, Saquon, the offensive line. But it just seems like you said, Warren, it has to be something going on in that locker room that, again, we always talk about. It's things that go on all season for almost every single team that never come out. And those type of things affect certain teams. And I just think it's crazy because we're looking at a team last year that struggled a little bit, right? I don't think Kellen Moore was their OC and they hit kind of a little drought in the year where they struggled, but they figured it out. And then came playoff time, they was clicking. This year, I just don't see that being able to happen at all, man. And I know you talked about AJ, right, being not happy, but AJ was super involved yesterday.
I was just talking about the season as a whole.
I'm just saying yesterday's game, like AJ had his opportunities and, get it, right? We all human. We all, even as big time players, we all don't step up to the plate every single time. But I just think yesterday's game, he for sure can't have nothing to say because he was given the opportunity to catch the game-winning touchdown. One of the picks, you know what I'm saying? You could see that he probably saw that flash and was like, do I need to catch this or do I need to make a business decision and, it end up being a pick? So I just think, man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Philly. I think it's all bad, though.
Yeah, it's weird, too, because they switched play callers over the last several years. A lot of their offensive coordinators and stuff end up getting head coaching jobs on last few years, first-time play caller this year. So I think that has some sort of an effect on offense. Not to put like all the blame on him, but and then I think the line of scrimmage you lose Lane Johnson. They're not running the ball. They're not dominating the line of scrimmage. That's what made Philly, so dominant over these last several years. They were able to win the line of scrimmage. They running the ball at will, and then obviously got your one-on-one accurate. I think without them being able to establish that line of scrimmage, Saquon, getting that. Opens up. So
I can't hear you, James.
Oh, I can.
Nah, it's your mic or something. It's doing the thing. You probably got to bring it closer. I don't know. I can't. There you go.
Yeah,
You're good now.
No, it's definitely crazy though. But I think that offense could be very, very good. They just got to run the ball. I think that'll solve a lot of the issues. But it's hard to fix at this point in the year. I mean, you kind of are what you are. Like what I say, man. You can't just turn it on, man. But we also had some news in the NFL world today. We had Phillip Rivers. So he worked out for the Colts, and now he officially signs to their practice squad. So he's 44 years old. Shane Steichen, he actually coached him when
22 kids.
Yeah, he ain't got 22 kids. Coached him when he was he was out for playing for the Chargers. So the familiarity is there. I mean, supposedly he's been running the similar type offense with his son's high school team, which his son's a pretty good high school quarterback down in Mobile, Alabama, I'm pretty sure. So a lot of familiarity there. So I think he'll hit. I mean, these type of quarterbacks, man, they could jump in. They're gonna know the playbook, no issues. But do you think his physical abilities will hold not his arm strength and nothing, but his not ability to be able to move around the pocket? Do you think that affects him at all when it comes to this point in his career?
I don't know, but I know the team he playing. Them boys finna be on. They finna be hunting. I think they got Seattle this week. At my trip, they got Seattle, and I know the rest of their schedule is pretty tough. So, who to say that he plays this week? I know they got some injuries and stuff to their quarterback room. But I just think if I'm Seattle, where I smell blood in the water, man, I got a blitz on, man. Look, it's all love, but the fire, the heat is coming, fam. So you might as well gear up. And I just don't think. 44 years old at this point. At this point, man, you ain't supposed to be taking some of them hits like that no more. So if anything, we finna find out.
Yeah, we
can't hit the quarterback like that no more.
True. You're so right. True.
Yeah.
So he might be all right. I mean, I think for sure he ends up playing this week, especially if Riley Leonard can't go.
Yeah,
he's definitely playing. There ain't no shadow of a doubt. They putting him out there. I think the head coach gonna trust him. They know each other. They have a really good relationship. He's gonna play. I just think it's just the chemistry with your receivers at this point. Yeah, I know, he's a pro's pro. He's one of the greatest, quarterbacks of his time. But you don't know these receivers like that. You don't get no chemistry down in just 1 week. I mean, we've seen guys have success in the NFL, just popping in for a week, said Joe Flacco. It died down after a little bit, what I mean? So,
yeah, for sure.
But I think as long as they can run the football, kind of like the Eagles, they can run the football with JT, then I think that solves a lot of issues, and I think he'll be able to figure things out otherwise. But if they eliminate that run game and it's just turned to a drop back, I mean, I don't know. Might be kind of a long day if they play in Seattle this week.
I mean, but he's a vet though, man. Like we said, he's familiar with the system. He's been there before. Obviously, you got to be able to have chemistry with your receivers, right? Obviously, completely different group. Can't get it in a week, but he's a pro's pro, man. And that doesn't go to say that he's about to go out there and toss for 300. But I think he would have a lot better game than what we think. In my opinion. I mean, you're talking about a guy that's seen a lot of football, bro. He's seen a lot of different defenses, knows how to dissect film, and I guarantee you he could probably do it in a short amount of time. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to go out there and game Seattle's defense, but I'm excited to see what he does coming back. At 44 is going to be interesting, but, I mean, I think, 200, 250, couple tugs, one pick, maybe.
Oh, you think that's
I mean,
you're
talking about a guy that, especially even toward the end of his career, he didn't really have a down year, and he was getting older. I mean, at least I can't think of one really. Even when he was finishing up with or when he was finishing up with Indianapolis. He didn't really have a down year. So I think he being a pro, being a guy that has a lot of experience. I think he's gonna know how to game manage. He probably ain't gonna go in there and try to be a game changer or anything like that, make any astronomical plays unless it comes down to crunch time. But a guy that's been doing it knows how to manage the game, and I think he's gonna do that pretty well just because of the experience he has.
What throws me with this situation is, and I said something about it last night, I think when reports came out that he went there and worked out, whatever the case is, but there's a quarterback on somebody's practice squad that deserves an opportunity, bro, to go out there and be elevated by another team. And here it is, we're spinning back and circling back to a 44-year-old quarterback. This man is 44 years old, y'all boys. He is, bro.
But
come on, man.
But they still got a chance at playoffs, man. And I don't know if I want to roll the dice on a practice squad quarterback when I still have an opportunity.
But there's no, don't get me wrong. Like, and I think with the rule changes too, like I could understand maybe like 5, 6, 7 years ago where a practice squad had to be like a certain, right? Like you couldn't have been in the league for like 2-3 years and still been on a practice squad, right? Yeah. But now it is where is this fair game? You could be year 10 and you be a year 10 and be on a P squad. Like there has to be a quarterback on somebody's roster that you feel like.
I wonder if Perk can see if anybody's on P squad right now. To get a list of P squad quarterbacks.
It got to be somebody, bro.
Not that the head coach trusts. That's the thing. He has a good relationship with this dude. That he's coached him before when he's playing for the Chargers. So I think that's the biggest thing. That's the only reason they probably go out there and get him, because they have a relationship. He just played there a couple of years ago. So the familiarity is there. And this is an important time for the Colts, man. Like, they was the hottest team in the league just about 3-4 weeks ago. And then right now they out of the playoffs. They're the number 8 seed in the AFC. So it's just how fast, kind of things turn in the NFL, and kind of keeping it in that same division. I mean, a team that we talking in the chat, y'all was kind of getting on Trevor Lawrence, like he finally showing up and all that. They number one in their division right now. That AFC South, they sitting pretty good, man. I mean, Trevor had himself a day. I mean, their defense actually surprisingly it's pretty
really
good, man. It's pretty good, man. And their run game's been pretty solid throughout the year. I know ETN started off really hot, and even they rookie had some good weeks as well. Throughout the year, they go out, they trade for Jacoby Myers. While Brian Thomas was struggling a little bit, now he's back, and now he looks like he's kind of getting back in rhythm. So I think getting Jacoby is a huge pickup. I'm a former teammate of mine. I know what he brings to the table.
He was a big pickup.
Tough, consistent, gonna get open, gonna catch everything. I think that type of weapon helps. Brian Thomas takes a little bit of pressure off of him. That way, he can, take the top off the defense. He got Jacoby on them intermediate routes doing his thing in the middle. So I think that was a huge trade for them in the middle of the year. And I think that helps your star quarterback as well, to see if he can finally, when they get to this playoffs once again. I mean, because it's a tremendous opportunity, but this team it's literally wide open. You know what I mean? The whole NFL is wide open this year. So, I mean, who knows what may happen with Jacksonville?
So Ken last night made a comment. Ken told us, he said, man, don't let these people trick you like they normally do. Previously before this, right, I'm a huge T-Law fan. When he got drafted to Jacksonville, I was one of the people, I'm like, I didn't think Urban was going to be able to help him out early on. But once he got a new coach, I was like, I think Doug P got there. I was like, I'm a believer in T-Law. And he's gotten to the playoffs, and it's just in certain moments, he's just shied away from it. And here it is, right? In another situation where they're number 1 seed, or they're number 1 in their division, and can really make some noise coming to this playoff team, because they have a complete defense. And then you look at, right, got a strong run game, a quarterback that can make all the plays. He can extend the plays with his legs. And then we talked about that receiver rule with Brian Thomas, bringing, the trade for Jacoby. And then I don't know the receiver's name, but he's like number 11 or something.
Parker Washington.
Washington, right? Like, he's been making a lot. If you watch Jacksonville games, he make a lot of plays on third down in the red zone. So I really think they have an opportunity. It's just a matter of what T-Law we're going to get come playoff time. And here it is, bro, right? Like, you said it, James. It's wide open, right? There's a big possibility for no Pat Mahomes. There's a big possibility for no LJ. Like, if you in the AFC, this is your opportunity, bro. It is now or never. And I'm sure we're gonna touch on it, but like Buffalo, if you don't win in Buffalo this year, bro, then it's a problem. So I just it'll be interesting to see what teams really come alive come January, and in Jacksonville, it could be one of them.
Has Jacksonville made the playoffs since they've had Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah. A couple years ago. They beat the Chargers.
That's right.
They were down like 17-0 or something like that. Right. It was something crazy.
Trevor threw like 4 books or something, but then came back. They came back and won.
Damn, did they play Kansas City one year? They could have.
They played that next game.
Yeah, and they had opportunity to beat them. So I
think the key for Trevor, I think he has to use his legs more. That's what made him really special when he was at Clemson. He was toting the rock. I mean, when ain't nothing down the field, he has the athletic ability and enough speed to make some plays with his legs. So I think that'll help him and try and get him out of some of those situations where he ends up turning the football over. Just use your legs, get a couple yards, let to fight another play. I think that can help him moving forward, man. But we kind of brought him up a little bit. We're going to talk about the Bills, man. Bills beat the Bengals. It was a really good matchup. It was snowing out there. Bengals came to play once again there. Like I said, their defense early on in the year had been strapped. They still gave up a ton of points, but they're competing. They're playing hard. Burrow's back and all that stuff. And the Bills, they go out there and win them a tough football game. I don't know what's y'all thoughts on Buffalo, man. I know that just a couple weeks ago they were struggling a little bit, and then they beat Pittsburgh, ran the ball all over them. They come back and beat another, AFC North team and get another dub. So they're stacking them. They still currently in the playoffs. Like we said, it's wide open. This is a dangerous football team as long as their defense can hold up. I think they're very dangerous. I don't know what's y'all thoughts on Buffalo.
Got it, one. You don't hear?
You don't say nothing?
You don't say nothing?
No, y'all broke up. I couldn't hear you. My fault.
Oh,
y'all broke up. No, I think this past week for Buffalo was just to be able to come out and finish that game was crucial for them, right? Needed this win, especially for playoff implications and whatnot. But I mean, to be down, going into the third, and then also to turn around and put up 21 points in the fourth quarter, huge. So I mean, got to get Josh Allen, continuing to be him each and every week. Josh Allen was Superman, 4 touchdowns. Like, that's the Josh Allen you want to see week in and week out. So, I mean, you continue to get, performances like that out of Josh Allen. And then also, again, huge pick by Christian Benford. I know we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But that defense, being able to stand up toward the end of that game, big time.
Yeah, super big time, man. We're talking about everybody knows week to week, right? If you come in and you got Cincinnati on the schedule, this offense can throw for 300 plus, right? And I think for the most part, they did a real good job on Jamar Chase. I want to say for a majority of the game, he might have only had like 2 catches for like 14 yards. I think a little bit towards the end in the fourth quarter, he came alive a little bit. But I mean, this is a team that again has the most experience right now. 5 catches for 44 yards. That's a tremendous job on right. A receiver that we're talking about could be the top dog, who could be one of the best, not one of the best, but the best receiver in the NFL right now. But I was saying this team has the most experience out of everybody, in my opinion, on the AFC side, right? And again, I'm gonna say it. I just said it just now. If not now, Buffalo, damn it, win. Like you gotta check. Kansas City has normally been your nemesis, and y'all always have these historic games. It's looking like KC's not gonna make it this year. And then you look at the teams like the Baltimores, like they're on the cusp where they fighting for that top seed. So there's no you telling me no LJ, you telling me no Patrick Mahomes. Who else do I feel like I'm missing? I don't know, but you have an opportunity to really go out there and for Josh to not play hero ball, just be the Josh that we got this past week and that we know we can get, and defense hold up. And I think Buffalo legit has an opportunity to get to the Super Bowl because they're one of them teams that can catch fire at any moment.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Josh Allen still play hero ball regardless. 2 for 3, ran for 1, still had like 70, 80 on the ground.
But not forcing the ball. Like I think when you come into that meeting playoff weekend and you got Buffalo on the, I think it's circled that if we get enough pressure on him and we force him to make some of these real questionable decisions, he's gonna turn the ball over. Whether it's an interception, whether it's fumble the ball, like there's multiple plays where I've seen him, even this year, where it's like he's scrambling back 15 yards. It's just like, bro, throw the damn ball away, right? Like it's just certain things like that you can see he kind of gets pressed. And I think if he doesn't play that type of ball, play hero ball by all means, because you got to,
for sure.
But don't turn the ball over. And I think Buffalo got a real strong chance.
Yeah, I mean, if Buffalo makes the playoffs, they'll be going to the playoffs with the most experienced playoff quarterback, aside from Aaron Rodgers, who's just joining the AFC. Well, he was with the Jets in the AFC the past couple of years, but I take Josh Allen right now over Aaron Rodgers currently. So the team will be sitting in really good position. But Warren brought up, the money down play of the week. We got to talk about this Christian Benford pick 6 right here on Joe Burrow. 3-point football game, 4th quarter. Joe Burrow sees the cornerback blitz, great recognition in the cold, in the snow. Goes up against him, man.
That's a quick twitch instinct play, bro. Because that's a bang bang. Like quarterbacks get that out quick when they see that. But for him to be able to get up, get a hand on the ball, and take that back for 6, bro, that's instincts, bro.
And that's one of those plays too. Like you see who it's going to. So if he don't make that play, we all know Jamar can make 1 or 2 people miss it. He up on out of there. Especially at that point in the game too. I think it's 28-25. Like you talking about one more touchdown being at. I don't know what the time was, but that's gonna ice it. So it's always good when we see cornerbacks make plays like that, because we don't get too much love, and then especially when these receivers scoring and all that stuff, everybody got something to say about burnt toast and cook. So man, shout out to CB on that play, dog. I hope he continue to make more plays like that. And bro, he could honestly, like Perk was saying, I think Perk was a little crazy for saying this. I think Perk said, damn it, the best
top 3,
like. Hold on, Bert. Relax. But he continue to make plays like that, bro. Like he could be that key piece that you need on the outside, because you're gonna face some good receiver groups.
For sure.
So we'll talk about getting paid. That's how I'm sure he paid already, but that's how you get real paid. So shout out to CB.
Tough play, and to even make the catch. We know most DBs dropping that.
Oh yeah,
like 90% of the time, but the go
95.
up there and get it.
Yeah, get it.
Break the tackle too. Broke the tackle, stayed up, and then hit it to the end zone, man. Definitely a dope play by him, man.
Got 4 for 76 this offseason? Damn.
Yeah.
Got paid, make plays like that. Re-up in like 2 more years.
Re-up in like 2, 3. I got to come back to the table. Shoot.
We had another great matchup this weekend, one that Warren brought up on last episode. We had the Packers versus the Bears. The Bears went into Lambeau. A really close football game, kind of what we expected. Thought it'd be the game of the week, and the Packers they go out, snatch the game away, man. The defense came up with a big play in the end. The Bears went for it. Caleb Williams scrambled outside. He probably couldn't see DJ Moore coming back in the flat there. He's probably outflanked him a little bit, trying to make the play over the top. Just ends up play like Nixon. Yeah, he ain't seeing that rolling to your left and dude way behind you. But man, very good, very tough performance by the Green Bay Packers. Division foe, division opponent, getting them at home, being able to close that game out. I thought it was huge, man. This division is tough, man, because even the Lions starting to pick it back up a little bit. So it's still gonna be a race. I think supposedly the Lions aren't able to win or some sort. I don't know what the technicalities are, but this division is extremely competitive, and I don't know who's gonna end up winning this one.
Bro, it's tough. But that was a tough game, bro. That was a great game to watch, bro.
That was a great game.
But you know what, though, bro? For a lot of the times, bro, we see that between those two organizations, bro. That's a historical rivalry within that division, within the league, right? And you got 2 teams fighting for first in the division. I got living in Chicago, got a bunch of people at my church. Everybody Bears fans. Oh, y'all ready to watch the Bears win? You ready to watch the Bears win? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I called it. I told them they gonna lose in Green Bay. Nah, I ain't think it was gonna be a blowout or nothing like that. But it's hard to go into Green Bay and win, especially in the winter. It is difficult. It is difficult.
Sliding all over the field.
Yes,
it
bro.
was.
And not to mention, bro, Jordan Love played a heck of a game, bro. So shouts out to him. But that Bears defense is tough. They for real. And I think it's gonna be tough going into Soldier Field for Green Bay. I think they might split that 1-1 because we talk about it. It's hard to win twice. It's hard to win twice in the season. So I'm excited to see him again here. Not this week, but next week.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say next. Like in such a short span, right? Like we just got that game Sunday, and then here it is. I think we got a game this week, and then they play the following week after that, maybe like Christmas week or something.
Yeah.
So we talked about it too, bro. Green Bay defense is they on a heater right now too, right? Like they can get pressure. But we talked about it. Chicago's defense is serious. My thing with Chicago's defense is if they don't create turnovers, I think that's where it becomes a little bit of like you can take advantage of them. They're still gonna make plays. CJ Gardner-Johnson, I think, caused a turnover earlier in the game, but after that, I don't really recall seeing too many turnovers. I think it's gonna all come down to Caleb, man. And Caleb, he has to me, and I just seems like I understand he's young. I know it's year 2, but kind of remind me a little bit of like a Josh Allen as far as like pressing to make plays. And I think one thing that he's gonna learn too is this offense is gonna be way better with him when he finally starts to take off and use his legs. He always extend the play. I think he might be the best escape quarterback in the league right now when it comes to facing the pressure and figuring out a way to get the ball out and get out of the situation. But I think when he can run and pick up those 5-10 yards a little bit more, which I seen multiple times in this Green Bay game. I want to say the play before he threw the interception, they ran a play action, and it's like, bro, just run. Like, if you get 2-3 yards and slide, do that. But he's always trying to make the throw. So I think it's gonna be, like you said, it's gonna be an interesting that next couple of weeks just on how the division can figure out. Because I know you said Detroit probably can't win it, but I know they still on the cusp, because I think they 7 and
8 and 5. Yeah.
8 and 5.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they probably in that conversation.
They run in the middle because now the Packers, they're first place in the NFC North, and then the Bears go all the way to the 7th seed. So that's how much stuff.
That's crazy, ain't it?
What was Green Bay? What was Green Bay before?
9-3. So they probably
were 8-3-1.
They probably were the 7th seed. Now they jumped, but now the Lions number 8. So they trying to fight to get into the playoffs still. So NFC gonna come down to,
and that's crazy because the Bears play the Packers again and the Lions last game of the season. So you lose, obviously Lions have to handle their business outside of this week, but they lose those 2 games. For some reason in the NFC
North, it always come down to that. Like the last game, like it's been multiple games where I want to say Detroit knocked Aaron Rodgers out the playoffs one year, just not being able to win the last game. I don't know why I always come down to that, but tough division. Yeah,
make it tough on you, man. And the final game we'll talk about from this past weekend is Texans versus Chiefs, man. We thought it'd be a tough city, man. They just continue to not get the job done, man. Defense has been off. Offense definitely has been off. You seen Rashee Rice dropping the ball. You see Kelsey not making plays. You see Mahomes,
3 picks,
forcing the issue, kind of like how we talked about Josh Allen. I think this team is just in a different spot than what they've been kind of accustomed to. I know over the last several years, the offense hasn't been hitting on all cylinders and all that with the receivers dropping the ball, but they were still finding ways to win. Now, the offense ain't really hitting on stuff, and then now defense struggling at times, and now Pat Mahomes is starting to force some plays and creating some turnovers. Your receivers starting to drop the ball, so it seems like things are just starting to spiral down. For this football team, like I said, I'm not gonna be like probably everybody else. I'm still not gonna count no dudes out.
Oh, it's over, man. It's over.
I'm not, man. I just say if they just somehow.
It's over, bro.
The last 4 are winnable games, bro.
I'm not gonna say it's over, man.
You know how much you're gonna need that. Like, you know how much you're gonna need that happen. You're gonna need so many other teams to lose. I just don't. I don't see it happening, y'all boys. I think Perk had on the bottom like Chiefs on life support. Like, no, the plug is out. It's over with.
Hey, look. Baltimore struggling. Who they behind? And the Colts. They injured that quarterback. Texans, they defense fire. I love the Texans, but at the same time,
Texans real, bro.
They're real. Their offense just not, their offense not all the way there. So, they defense not have an off game, and it's like, I don't know about the Texans. So they still.
Do they get Joe Mixon back at all?
I think he's done for the year. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't mean cut you off, bro, but
no, they good.
But here's the thing, though. My bad. Go ahead. I was gonna say, here's the thing, though, because obviously we was talking about Jacksonville earlier. The Texans are 1 game behind Jacksonville.
Yeah, they both. I want to say
they're
both.
Right there. Jacksonville gotta finish the schedule. They got the Broncos. They play at Denver, and then they play at Indianapolis, another division game. Like, obviously, you play the Jets this week. You got the Titans. I think the last game of the season. They don't have an easy road either. So if the Texans keep steady, Jacksonville can bump their head. Texans can take that top division spot, but I mean, and they're similar. They're similar, just like the NFC North is right now. It's literally one game because the Colts are 8-5 too. If I'm not 8-5 as well. So everybody right there.
I just think Houston defense is
that defense fire, boy.
I think Houston defense is just so crazy, and I know we're gonna talk about it. Hey, Rashid Rice, fam, just bro. You gonna get smoked like that? You might as well catch the ball anyway, bro.
I should have picked that for the player of the week,
bro.
You gonna throw it up anyway?
Hey, my coach used to tell me that as a little league, bro. Hey, you gonna get hit, fam. You might as well just catch the motherfucker, bro.
Right. Easier said than done.
No, for sure. Especially when you get caught like that. Yeah, you gonna drop that dope.
That ground hard, boy.
I just think that the defense, bro, they floating around, and then too, we always they have a pass rush that can get there with 4. Oh Lord, boy.
Searching, finding Rice. By Petrie.
Bro, he caught it. You might as well catch it, bro. Might well hold that.
Yeah, nah.
Hold on to that one.
I don't know if you can. But equilibrium off.
Nah. First of all, every time I didn't even know about the equilibrium. How you say it? Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
I didn't even know about that until like the Devontae Wilder fight. Yeah, then I was like, bro, you damn near can't function.
You can't function.
You all off balance, man.
But I was gonna say after that hit, bro, you could tell, bro. Kansas City receivers ain't want nothing to do with them with the ball no more. Man, them boys was good. These boys hitting out here today.
He tried that net on that was the third or fourth down. Like that. A couple drives later.
Yeah, some boy hitting today. Man, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
Oh man, it's tough, man. But like I said, I still won't. I won't count him. Pat Mahomes got that effect, man.
I think I'm with you, Breeze, but it's over with.
It's over, bro.
I'm just saying, if they get in, people better watch out. That's all I'm gonna say. But
their offense look like Philly, bro.
Yeah, for real, but
they can't score.
But when it come playoff time, then the 15, he gonna come to play. You know what I mean? So,
but is everybody else gonna come to play?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question for sure. Big question. We go turn the page to week 15, man. We got some good matchups. We got Bills versus Pats. So we got, we got Perko's team, big matchup coming up in the AFC East. We got Chargers versus Chiefs. So that's a huge matchup for the Chiefs. Seahawks versus Colts, Packers versus Broncos, Lions versus Rams. So can't wait to hear Warren's opinion on that. Vikings versus Cowboys coming up this weekend. I don't know what matchup y'all looking forward to this weekend.
I'm gonna go after you, Warren. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I want to hear this one.
Bro. I'm looking. My top matchup right now is the Bills and Pats. Like that's gonna be a game. Bills coming off of a big win. You know, they're going into New England, right?
Yeah, going into.
You got to go into New England, like, bro. That's gonna be tough, bro. Drake May's been playing some phenomenal football. Obviously, front runner right now. Speculated for the MVP. He speculated for the MVP.
Ain't no speculation.
Speculation.
But the thing is, like, here's the thing. The thing that has been really cool to see, right? We talk about last year, how last year was a down year for Drake May, how last year was a down year for the Patriots, and it's like the offense. You ain't got the biggest name guys, right? Obviously, you got Stephon Diggs and things like that was coming off of Achilles, right? Or ACL? ACL, excuse me. Right? He's been playing some phenomenal ball, bro. You got Travion Henderson playing some phenomenal ball. That playing well up front across the offensive line. Like, bro, that's just team ball, right? And then Drake May just being able to make things happen. Like, that's just what, we talked about, at the end of last season, something that we were ready to see, right, for Drake May to take that leap and just being able to see that 10-1 now going from what they were last year to now him being in the MVP conversation, bro. It's been seeing. Are they back? Question mark. Like it's been good to see. It's been really good.
That boy Warren did the whole pod with shades on, bro. I just
hey, I'm just got him on just in case I start getting some of that Rams hate after this big win we just had.
So that's the
blowout.
Game. The Rams in Detroit is gonna be a really, really good game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that Denver and Packers game is gonna mean a lot. And we're talking about a potential Super Bowl matchup. in my opinion, right? Like I know you're gonna say the Rams and all that stuff, and I
wasn't even gonna say that. I was just gonna say I don't.
You don't think who?
Denver's squeezing by, bro. I don't.
They are squeezing by, but their defense is good. Their defense is good enough. Like the defense can go out there. The defense can go out there and hold a team to 10 points.
But you gotta score when you're in the playoffs, bro.
No, you do. I agree.
Different, bro. I don't know if their offense is gonna be good enough to get them over the hump in the playoffs. Like that's a whole different.
I'm gonna tell you that mile high, bro. When you got to take your butt to Denver,
I get it, bro. You
got to deal with that altitude, fam.
I get it, fam. But Denver's not gonna be on
the
road every
week. Yeah, be out there cottonmouth first drive.
It wasn't altitude that got us. It
was injuries. And that pass rush.
But they're not gonna be. But we're not gonna see them in mile high every week, bro. They're gonna run.
They might be, bro.
They might be. That's
right
true.
Now they got home field advantage.
Right now they do. That's true. But my thing is just like, bro, they gotta be able to do something on offense in the playoffs, bro. Like it's just the teams change into a different gear. I just don't think they, because I cannot. I don't know if we can name a team that's been able to thrive in the playoffs without good offensive play, or with just one side of the ball being, you know what I'm saying? With one side of the ball,
side of the ball being great.
Like you gotta have both. You got to be able to put it together, and home field advantage playing in Denver definitely plays a big difference. But I think in the playoffs, bro, it's gonna be different.
For sure. But I say give me Detroit and LA and Staffy. Are they going to Detroit or is it in LA?
LA.
Also, so it's in LA. I mean, obviously Staffy old team. Yeah, you gotta come with it, bro. Because Detroit, we talk about it. Detroit on life support, even though they at 8-5. I mean, it's so tight in the NFC, right? Like all these games matter. So I think we're gonna get a good game out of both of those teams. And Detroit secondary is depleted. Like you got to somehow figure out how you gonna go to LA and get this dub. Because if not, you potentially out of this if you lose this game.
I think one of the things in that game that really that concerns me is sometimes how we play against a good running team. Like
Jahmyr
Gibbs is a beast, and so is David Montgomery.
Yeah, David Montgomery too.
And that's the thing. Is like, again, statistically, one of the top run defenses in the league, maybe top 10. I think I was seeing earlier.
Ain't playing nobody,
but that's what. No, that's not true. That's not true. We've been gassed plenty of times by good running teams. And so that's something that we really got to fix coming up, especially because they are a dual team. They can run the ball well. They can get you in play action. Great route runner. Jamison Williams has been playing really good ball, right? So they got really good pieces. And Jahmyr Gibbs can do it all. So it's we got to come with it on defense. We got to create pressure, make him get the ball out quick. Man, double team Jahmyr, whatever it takes. But I think on the offensive side, we're gonna have a really good. I think on the offensive side, we're all right. Like I said, like you said, the back end is depleted. DA's playing great ball. Puka went crazy last week. Stafford had a really good bounce back game coming off of Carolina. I think that loss to Carolina really shook up a lot of things in the locker room, really brought us back down to reality. But again, playing in LA, tough place to play, especially when the Rams are playing well. But again, on that defensive side of the ball, we have to keep them off the scoreboard. Got to keep them out of the red zone, and got to keep the ball out of Jahmyr Gibbs' hands.
For sure,
1,000%. It's gonna be a long, or it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to Pat's Bills, man. I think that's a huge matchup. Pat's coming off a bye week, still has some injuries. Josh Allen really started to pick it back up. He's starting to heat up. Didn't play his best game against us early on in the season. I want to see if our defense could match up once again, try and slow him down, try and slow down James Cook and company, and see if Drake may continue what he's been doing coming out the bye week. But to me, I think I'm probably mostly looking forward to that Chargers versus Chiefs. As I said, man, it's getting real thin. Then they on life support, man. Kansas City, man. See if this offense could wake up. See if the defense could wake up. Because maybe the Chargers didn't play necessarily their best game offensively against the Eagles. They just were able to create some turnovers on defense to really uplift them to that win. So can this really good football team in the Kansas City Chiefs, or previously really good football team with a lot of veteran presence, a great coaching staff, can they rally together to see if they can make a little final push they obviously still need some help to get in, but can they turn that corner these last couple of weeks? That's what I'm most intrigued to see in week 15. But last but not least, man, we got to go to the social standout. We had some interesting news come out from a former really good player, Quentin Jammer, really good cornerback in his time in the NFL. Decided to say, man, true story, man, 2011, I played completely SHIT face, drunk in at least 8 games.
8 games? I ain't see this. 8?
Yeah, 8
games.
Whoa.
8 of them things. And he said, if you scroll up, Perk, I think he said he had 2 bottles of tequila with him. Talking about something. He was like drunk before the game, on the way home from the game, like all that, bro.
And I don't want to lie, like, because that's a cry for help, bro. Something was going on in his life.
He said if you read the article on ESPN, it was talking about how he had mentioned it was a personal struggle. I think it was something like him and his wife, his divorce or something like that led him to alcohol and whatnot. And he was here you go. Perk just pulled it up. Yeah,
cause Quint tripping. I thought he was just, fam, James Warren, y'all boys know some of these boys. We said, hey boy, throw, fam. People be tripping sometimes. So, bro. but 8 games, yeah, you got to be going through something, fam. And I'm happy. I'm hoping, like, now he's gotten through that and has pushed past that dark time in his life. But damn, 8 games, bro. And you talking about you was SHIT face, like you loaded.
Yeah,
I don't even know how the coach don't even smell that. Like,
I'm impressed.
Ain't
no way. Ain't no way about that corner 2
playing corner.
Bro, ain't no way.
Perk said he has
and producing.
No, Perk said he had 0 picks that year. He was bullshitting,
He ain't had no picks, but he still had good statistics elsewhere. Is what I'm saying. He wasn't like a dud.
Hey man, he's going through it, man.
Hey, bro, it's a ton of corners in the league right now to this day. Got 0 picks this year.
Yeah, and playing decent ball. Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard. Hard to come by them books. Now.
He was drunk.
Nah, man, but it's a real thing though, man. It's people do go through some things, even NFL players. Sure. No matter how much you making, no matter how good or how bad things are going on that field, man. We all human beings,
all
man.
Human.
Definitely. If anybody, not even just football players, going through something, I mean, talk to somebody, whether it's your friends, family, whoever you feel comfortable sharing that stuff with. Don't hold it in, man. Because like I said, stuff like that. I mean, because real talk, he said he was drunk on the way home, so I mean, he could have hurt himself or somebody else too, like leaving that football game. So it's a real topic, man. So I mean,
if you're not the one going through it, man, reach out to somebody if you got an inclination, man. Because sometimes people just need to be asked. Quentin Jammer mentioned it in the article. Sometimes people get too embarrassed to talk about the things that they're going through. So if you notice something, you hear something, what they say, see something, say something, right? Ask them. Check in on your loved ones, check in on your peoples, and make sure everybody's doing all right. Because that's the most important part, is that we all, have a whereabouts, not whereabouts, but an understanding of what we all go through.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
And that's a wrap, man, for the Money Down podcast on the Believe Network, presented by FanDuel. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us with another
live turnout.
Yes, sir.
Right. Appreciate y'all supporting.
Yeah, man. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep showing love. We appreciate y'all.
Go Rams.
We ain't getting no Rams talk.
No backs.
I'm trying to think who I'm a fan of now. I don't know.
Well, you can go Rams, bro.
Go Rams. I don't know.
Bro, you say, hey, no, come on. We'll take you.
My team suck. I know we about to go off live, but damn it, we was in a great game against Seattle. I turned the TV on 37-3. I don't know what happened.
Hey man, just keep doing what y'all doing, man, because this top 5 pick gonna be sweet.
That's crazy.